Hi guys! So when you're watching this, it will be Sunday, June 25th. I'm going to show you some quick and easy card layouts to make 6 cards out of one sheet of basic white cardstock. Okay, my camera is going really slow again. I don't know what it is with the internet. My kids must all be on it. Anyway, so we're going to show this to you using the layering leaves, but we're going to get 6 focal points out of this one sheet. And it's not going to look like a lot when we stamp it, but once we cut it apart, you're going to be amazed. Okay, so let's get out these fun leaves from the layering leaf set. All right, so we have this one, which is, oh, that's the insides. Let me see, where's my other one? Oh, it's still in here. Let me get another block for that. All right, here we are. So we have the two that are pretty much your open leaves, which is this and this. And then we have this one. So let me show you what we're going to do. We're going to use Lost Lagoon for our main focal point. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of putting this into thirds. So I'm going to go along the top here. So see, here's my 0. So I'm 5.5 on each side. So I'm going to go about a third and a third. So now since this is 5.5, you really won't go at the 3. You'll go more like at this 2.5, because that's going to cut that in half. Take this 0 through 5.5. About 2.5 would be about a third of the way through. So I'm going to use 1 along that lines. And I'm not even really going to, because these are going to be cut up, I'm not even going to worry about turning them too much. All right. Then we're going to go over here. And again, right about at that mark. I'm going to go the opposite way on these. My hands are really dry. Not only has it not rained again in the Chicagoland area, but I think some of it is my chemo pills because my skin is really dry. Everything's dry. I notice I really don't sweat or my hair doesn't get greasy. So, you know, bonus? I don't think so. But, all right. So now I am taking this right down the middle. This is that more solid looking leaf. And I'm doing it more around that center line. Really dry. All right. Let's go ahead now with our garden green. We put this over here on the side table. I'm not going to try to get my head in there, but I'm going to go ahead and put these middle parts in. So I'm going to be lining this up with those leaves. And I find that one I'm really off. I find with this, look at this little leaf and that bottom leaf is the best way to get it lined up so you don't have too much white showing. All right, and I'm doing it on all the leaves. We're going to have some consistent colors here. All right, let's get that last little one in there. That one I was off a little bit on. Okay, now because I do want to get a little bit of color to these, even though they're mostly solid, let me clean this off. And let's make sure. So I'm going to go now, and this is soft seafoam, so you're not going to hardly see it at all, but it's just going to give a little bit of color in those vein lines. Let's go ahead and go like that. So you're just giving just a tiny, tiny bit of color. You barely even notice it. In fact, you probably wouldn't even know it's there if I didn't tell you. I have to go along the line, because then I forget which ones. It's so light, I forget which ones I've done. So see, that's just giving a little halo effect of color. Oh my gosh. Yes. I had to remember which way I was going. And then this last one. All right. Like I said, not a lot so far, right? Now I'm going to go to this leaf here. And I'm going to go back to, I'm going to use the garden green on this. So where we use the Lost Lagoon on that, I'm going to use the garden green on this. And I'm just going to put some little leaves in there to add a little bit of extra oomph. Just where I think there's some little blank spaces that need to be filled in. All right. And now the fun thing about this is, just get a few more in there. All right, now I'm going to put another one right there. All right. Now, when making my examples for this, I found out that my old olive blend needs to be replaced. It has completely, the tip is like completely splayed out. So I am going to be using, and don't get mad at me, I'm going to be using soft succulent, which, yes, I know it's retired, but you got to make do with what you have. And when old olive is frayed, you go for the next best thing. I wish they had carried this color over. In fact, I wish they had gotten rid of soft seafoam. Sorry, I know I just used it and replaced it with soft succulent, but that's just me. And this probably wouldn't have fit into the settles that well. But then again, does Calypso Coral fit in with the settles that well? I'm still trying to figure that one out. All right. But this is a nice halfway color, in my opinion, between Lost Lagoon and that garden green. Just really blends in there good. All right. And you all know I'm not the best at coloring. That's why the blends are great for me, because with the markers, you get lines. With the blends, you do not. They eventually all soak in. See how that's dark here, but see how it's getting all light now over there? All right. So the majority of the time on this video will be you watching me color in these leaves. Don't worry. It's just another couple seconds, and then we'll get to the fun part. That was really bad. And it could be because I do use the sides so much. That could be why poor old olive is needing to be replaced. All right. So like I said, not a lot right now, correct? But here comes the magic. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this way, and we're going to cut at 3 5/8. So that's just that notch past. And then here we'll go again at 3 5/8. And then this last one, when we go at 3 5/8, that's going to leave just a little tiny strip that we will throw away, of course. All right. And now we're going to cut these at the halfway mark at 4 1/4. I know, and right now you're saying, but Roxy, wait, that's not right. But let me show you what I'm going to do. Okay, so now we have those, right? We're going to stamp on these now. We have so many fabulous sayings in there, but just to keep it moving along, we're going to just use the sending hugs on all of them. That way I'm not having to clean it off in between and all that good stuff. So let me go ahead and take off those petals. Get your sending hugs here. We're going to picture which way we're going to have it on the card. And since I don't have my piercing mat down, I'm just going to leave these stacked so that gives a little bit of extra. Okay, so there's that. Now we're going to grab a piece of DSP. Now, I am going to grab, this is Earthen Elements, Earthen Elegance. Sorry, said it the wrong way. So we're going to look at the back of these and see which background we want. Not sure if I like any of those for the background. Oh, I like that one. We're going to do that one. All right. And what we're going to do here is we're going to go at the 4-inch strip. All right, wait, I have to think about this. Here, let's measure. So this is, yes, this is 4 1/4, and this is 3 5/8. So we're going to go 4 by 4 1/2. So here's 4. Here's 4. Now I'll leave you with a 4. And now we're going to go 4 1/2 and 4 1/2. And that's going to leave you a nice 4 by 3, which is a good size for focal points or for other sayings. All right. Let's go ahead and grab out my Stampin' Seal. And let's go ahead and put these down on there. Oops, we want to make sure it's the right way. I didn't put enough on that corner, I guess. All right. Oh, that even would have been pretty. Oh, too late now. Let's go ahead and go. There's that. Now, it's not going to be a perfect frame all the way around. That's not going to matter. You're going to see in a second why I say that. Make sure there's only one piece under there. Feels like there's 2 pieces under there. All right. We'll find out in the end if I have enough pieces or not. Oops. Let's try doing that again. Just feels a little bit heavier. All right, so let's go ahead. All right. This way. All right, so see how, oh, see, there's the end of that one. All right, we'll replace that in a second. Bring on another one. All right, and there we go. There. All right, so now we have those 6. Now we're going to take, I have 6 sheets here, get that cutting blade out of the way. These are all 4 1/4 by 11. So we're going to score at 5 1/2. And then we're going to move that to 3/4, which is this line right here. All right, so here we go at 5 1/2. And then that line goes right to that 3/4. And I could have had these all done ahead of time, but I also like to show you that it doesn't have to take forever to do 6 cards. So ooh, yes, I was thinking backwards there for a second. So there's that. And the last 2. 5 1/2. This is at 3/4. And the last one, 5 1/2 and 3/4. So there's the 5 1/2. Putting that score line then to the 3/4, which is also approximately 2 centimeters. And doing that there. All right, so now you can decide. Is this going to be a book fold? Oops, I folded it the wrong way. No, this is going to be a book fold card. So I like tacking down the book fold. So there's your book fold. This then is going to go on this part here. And then those little 3-inch pieces, if you want to at this point, you can do a 1/2 inch on the 4 side. Two, 3, 4. There's your 5 and 6. So now you have your 6 strips. And you still have 2 of those 4x3s left. So then these are just going to go ahead. Now you don't have to put DSP on this side if you don't want. You could always just do jewels. But see, there's your bookbind card. Let me go back over here. All right. All right. They're pretty much all going to look pretty much the same, but all different, because they're all going to have just a little bit different amounts of leaves that show up on your pieces. All right, so let me put these over the side. You don't need to watch me put 4 more of those together. So there's those 2 we just did. Here's my tester that I did just a little bit before this. So here, same thing. I went a little bit more towards the center there, where this was a little more off center. So here's all of that. And there you are. Now, I don't know. I thought I did another card, but I don't think I did. Let me look over here on my side, just to make sure. Oh! So then those were doing the bookbinding. This was actually using your 3 3/4 by 5, layered it, and then did the greetings again, and then use that little splatter to go ahead and make those cards. And I only did 4 of the full size because that would be a full sheet of your basic white. So there you are, guys. Hope you had a great weekend. Like I said, I'm recording this early, so hopefully you enjoy this. I'll be in Iowa when you're watching this, but I'll be home late Sunday night, and we'll see you all on Wednesday for Watch It Wednesday. Thanks for stopping by.